So g'day guys, welcome to 12 Apostle Helicopters. My name's Sol. Let me know if you have any questions. We're off to London Bridge, roughly 15 minutes in the air. You guys ready to go? Yep. So we're just going to climb up and cross the coast here. We'll split the Apostles in two, but we'll come back along the coastline. So all the features we see out the right on the way up, we'll have a look out the left on the way up, on the way back. So originally the Apostles were called the Sow and the Piglets, but for some reason they changed the name back in the 50s. So they're now known as the 12 Apostles, despite there only ever being 9. So we're now down to 8, but we'll count them on the way back, it's the best bet. So that one down there off our right hand side with the green on top, that's the last Apostle. They're all behind us from this point on. So the next two, they're the twin sisters. Then we have the Salt and Pepper Shaker, that makes more sense on the way back. Skinny one's a Razorback, and then behind that's the Lockhart Gorge Camper. There are a number of self-guided walking trails down there at the Lockhart that lead you out to those clifftop lookouts you can see. So that's Muttonbird Island. Behind the island there's a hole in the ground, that's the blowhole. The next inlet's Thunder Cave, and the point down here is Broken Head. You can access all that from the Lockhart Gorge car park. The baker's oven down there, guys, you'll see the arch at the base, supposed to resemble an old style wood fire or pizza oven. Probably makes more sense from sea level. That big one ahead of us there, that's Sentinel Rock. That's the tallest formation in the park, and it stands at around about 200 feet above the sea level. A little bit hard to judge from up here, but roughly the same size as a 15-storey building. So that's a Great Ocean Road there leading down into the township of Port Campbell. You'll notice all the erosion there, particularly at the base of the township. Apparently eroding somewhere between 2 and 5 centimetres every year. So this stretch along here, this is 2 Mile Bay. As the name suggests down there, it is roughly 2 miles long. It is very popular with the surfers as well, so they'll often use jet skis just down here to get towed in onto the wave. A pretty big swell down there. You'll see down there at the end of 2 Mile Bay the arch, quite a unique feature. Sometimes confused for London Bridge, but that'll be up around the corner a bit further. We'll go and have a look at that and then head back down towards the Apostles. You can see the township of Peterborough there in the distance, and the Bay of Islands is beyond that. Certainly worth the drive down that way. So keep your camera handy at the right hand side here, guys. We're going to fly past London Bridge shortly, so it'll be that island just south of that car park. So we'll fly past it here and then climb up and turn around and have a look at that out the left hand side as well. The London Bridge off our left hand shoulder now. It did join to the mainland, but back in 1990 that section fell away and it left 2 visitors stranded out there on the island. So they're out there for about 3 or 4 hours before the rescue helicopter went down to pick them up. So we do see seals and dolphins down here pretty regularly, and whales during the migration period, which is towards the end of winter. Port Campbell Township down there, pretty small town. I think there's roughly 600 or 700 locals, but does get a lot busier in the summer months. So the Great Ocean Road, it did extend down to that southern tip there of Port Campbell, but due to the erosion there, they had to move that section. So it now goes down through the township. So Sentinel Rock ahead of us, to the right of that is Horseshoe Cove. Horseshoe Cove is actually home to a small colony of fairy penguins. So we've got 3 colonies in the park. There's one at London Bridge, there's one just here, and also one down at the Apostle Lookout. If you want to turn the mobile phones on to flight mode, that'll be good. The Baker's Oven there, to the right of that is the Sherbrooke River. You can access that from the Lockhart Gorge car park, or there is a little dirt track just on your left after you cross the bridge. There's another 2 tracks there at the Baker's Oven and a 4th one back at Horseshoe Cove. So Broken Head here, Thunder Cave's behind it. To the right of that will be the Blowhole. Muttonbird Island, that's where the ship, the famous Lockhart, ran aground back in 1878. So it struck that southern tip there and sunk within about 10 minutes. And unfortunately 52 people lost their lives, only 2 survived. They were washed up onto the beach through there, now known as Lockhart Gorge. Skinny Mud's a Razorback, then we have the Salt and Pepper Shaker and the Twin Sisters. And this one here will be the beginning of the Apostles, so that's number 1 heading in this direction. So there were only 9 to begin with, and we're down to 8. So 1 there, 2's behind it, not much of an Apostle anymore, there it is. The next big one here is number 3. Then we have 4, 5 and 6, 7's a little one, and then number 8 on this side of the point. The 2 on the other side, they're not included in the count, so their names are Gog and Magog. Now you'll see the 9th Apostle, it's that pile of rocks between 7 and 8, and fell down back in 2005. So keep your cameras handy here guys, we'll do a big left hand turn and hopefully get all these features lined up for you. Going to cross over just here near the Gibson Steps, so they'll lead you down onto the beach and it gives you a different perspective down there at sea level. So guys, once we do get on the ground, just leave the doors to the ground staff. They'll come and let you off the aircraft. And then please move forward away from the rear of the helicopter. So we did record the flight. We just caught that on video too. So you can have a look at it in at the office after we land. So you can undo the seatbelt guys, just twist the buckle and then hang the headset above your head for us. Thanks very much, hope you enjoyed your ride guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.